I guess we're live. How do you see comments and stuff? Don't know what I'm doing. Don't know if it even worked. It says there's one person in there. Wait, what's this comment button? Hold on, your son's trying to... Live viewer comments show up in StreamYard. This is an example. Click in a comment to show it on the screen. Oh, I can see the comments. Hello, everybody. Sorry, give us a second. Oh, hold on. Hello, everybody. Dee was trying to talk to you guys, so I got to find out how to do the link. So just bear with us for 1 second. Here goes your son. God. Guest. No. I see add like somebody. Bear with us, guys. Sorry. Solo layout. Cinnamon. Oh wait, what's this one? Exit solo layout. Add. What am I? Oh, invite. I see invite. Yes. And then do I send that to you? All right, let's see. Can you guys hear? Hello, can you guys hear? But I'm wondering if everybody can hear. Oh. Hello, everybody on Rumble. Yes, they can hear. Wow, this is my first time ever really doing this, so. Ah! Drink. Okay, hold on. I'm figuring out how to do... No, it says remove. Just bear with us, guys. I know. Yeah. So, this is a very large cup of water, and he grabbed it without a lid. So, and my computer was right here. So, that would have been really bad. I love you. Bye. Guys, we're kind of virgins to this whole scenario here. No! Legend. Oh, man. He loves the laptop, guys. Look. Oh, Bunkers. You want to say hello? Say hello. Say hi. No, you can't press buttons. Apparently, he must have been a computer engineer in his past life because, not that that's real. Click the window under the screen with double window. I clicked it. What happened to him? Oh, wait, now. Hold on, let's see. See if I do solo layout, will he show up? Hang on, guys, just bear with us. This is our very first time ever doing this. His camera should be on. He's on a No, Legend, please don't press buttons. Uh-oh, did he go out? Okay, I'm gonna have to move somewhere higher, y'all. Sorry. No, Legend, this was for Mama to do. So this boy absolutely loves computers. I don't know why. Never have we ever had the computer around him. But, oh my gosh, these dogs. Dude, are you kidding me right now? You both are in trouble. Stop it now. Oh my goodness. That's not funny. You know better. You gotta be kidding me. Sit down. I don't know where he is, guys. I'm not sure why he can't come on. Oh, wait. I figured it out. Okay, I added him to the stage and it's still black. You know why? Because I'm on his account. I bet you. Can you talk? This is so frustrating. Wonder if he can call me on the phone and then I can You both were told to sit. Sorry, guys. Go ahead. Get in here. Get. You know better. That's rotten. They've been getting into stuff on the deck. And I'm going to have to block it all off. We're going to have to get a fence or something to go around there so they can't get to the stuff. All right, well, judge shot down Biden's blanket pardons. Oh, really? Hey, there he is.
Hey, you're going to have to... Oh, never mind. We're good.
Yeah, I figured it said remove.
Right. So now... You should have
Unfortunately, this is not working for me. I have to stand, I guess, the whole time.
Why?
Because your son won't stop grabbing the computer.
Oh, shit.
He literally, I'm telling y'all, he must have been a computer engineer because
he knows how to work it already.
I can't hear you anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And the volume's all the way up.
You can't hear me?
The laptop stinks for sound, so.
Oh, okay. So Miss Jerry, can you hear me? If we get Jerry in here, she'll tell you how to put Sherry's deal on there.
Oh, he's always careful driving. He's been doing it for 20 years, you guys.
So Jerry, hit the link. That way she could walk you through how to get the video on there, I think.
And hello to everybody on Rumble that we can't see yet.
You'll have to let her in.
I don't see anybody as of yet. So we are gonna restream Sherry's. Oh, there she is. We're gonna restream Sherry's Sapphire Patriots update.
Miss Jerry.
Hello.
What's going on? She can tell you how to do it, Hippie. I don't know how to do it. Jerry, is the sun in your eyes?
Yeah, but I'm not complaining.
Hey, it's supposed to get really warm this week.
I hope so.
I think Wednesday here said a high of 58. So it's the February warm up. It's just a little early.
I know you do some restreaming, Jerry. That's why I was like, I think she could. I think you could tell Hippie, kind of walk her through how to get the.
I'm looking. I see banners, media assets, style, and private chat.
You're on a laptop?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Open a new window.
Okay.
And get the video ready that you want to restream.
Okay.
And just as a disclaimer, YouTube, we do have permission, 100% verbal permission to use Sapphire Patriots live stream to restream. Nobody else does. If that's all, just a disclaimer.
And we'll also drop the link. All right, I have it up.
Okay, you see the X like where comments is usually at on there? It'll probably show pictures since it's a restream. Like over on the right hand side up in the top corner.
On
Does it show like does it
StreamYard?
show like no on the YouTube window?
No, don't start. On the right hand
Where-
side, it just shows.
Where Sherry's video is on YouTube.
Yes.
Up on the side, does it show like a list of other videos to view and stuff?
Like down at the bottom, I think the chat is up here. Oh, let me get rid of the chat. Yeah, it says like it has a bunch of videos. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Click that little X at the top of that list.
The X that I had was for the replay, but I don't see an X for anything else.
Okay. At the bottom of the video window,
Yes.
you'll see a full screen, and then there should be like a longer one next to it. Uh-oh.
Yes.
Big D.
Theater
You
mode.
want to hit the theater mode for now.
Okay.
Okay. Come back into StreamYard.
Okay.
You want to hit present.
Um.
Down at the
Oh.
bottom.
Hold on a minute. Oh, I see it. I see it. Sorry, this is Jerry. 100% new.
Not a problem. If you ever have any trouble, here to help. That's
All right.
I've
so
helped many,
Dee's
many
gonna
people.
Come back in. Okay. Present.
okay. When you're in present, it'll say share screen.
Yep.
Okay, hit share screen.
Okay.
And that'll
I
pop
see
up
it.
a window. It'll pop
Right.
up a window with your videos or your windows that are open at the top.
Okay.
You want to click on the one with Sherry's video.
Okay. I did that.
Okay,
then
then
hit
go
share?
in. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, if you want to, you can go back into the YouTube screen, and now you can hit the full screen at the bottom right. That'll take all that stuff at the bottom off.
Okay.
All right. And then hit your play button.
Okay. Oh, play.
Okay, hold on,
Oh.
we're not totally ready for that. Let's
Oh, okay.
are we gonna we're ready, but not completely. Are we gonna let more
So
people
guys, you are
join in, or-
experiencing a very brand new, never done before on the 1776 MG Media situation here. Thank you, Jerry.
Right, that's why I was like, I know Jerry knows what to do. Let's call her in for backup here. But
Mind your
So-
nose.
should we let some more people join in, or should we go ahead and go with it?
It doesn't matter. Oh my Lord. Gonna have to get the dogs a treat. Thank you for all what you've done. Hey, look, we're small potatoes compared to what some people have done. So
Oh yeah.
oh, it's Wyoming girl. God bless you. So now hello to everybody and everybody on Rumble. Sorry, this is not our normal like situation here, but we want to get this out to as many people as we can. So share it out to all those. Yes, perfect. Video we're streaming. So you guys can go watch it yourself. We did ask permission
Hi, Barbara.
from Sherry herself, and she said yes. She
Miss
gave us
Sapphire
permission.
Patriot. You got to say the name of the
Arlene,
channel because
hello.
YouTube won't know like who Sherry is.
So I think they care more about like but you know what would happen is somebody would report us. That's what would happen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Trust me, I know.
Yeah, I bet.
I've
Jerry.
had them do it. Just the other
Oh.
day when I was streaming RSBN and I appealed it. I'm like, look, I have an email from RSBN stating I can restream their videos.
Oh, nice.
Right.
Good.
And I won the appeal and they put my video back on.
Oh, good. Good. Good.
Well, that's good.
Jules 1999 says, "Hey, I watched Suzanne this morning. She was very professional about reporting about the rest of the J6ers, and I appreciate that. She was very professional. It was very well done. I think she was very clear. One thing I want to preface, guys, is no matter what is shown on live stream, there's some things, no matter how much we try to keep you in the know, that we can't say, or we aren't told either, because it would spoil the situation that they're trying to handle on the other side, if that makes sense. So as much as we have the information, and like they said, it is true about the internet, not like some people's stuff is wiped. So just keep that in mind, that, and we'll all, after this video is done, we'll share all the links that they mentioned about for donations. The info you did release has been sent on to. Oh, nice. Okay. Hey, that's all we can do is keep trying, guys, to get that. All we're trying to do by doing this stream is getting it back out there, really getting the information out there. We just want to saturate every avenue of social media we can. Because some of these guys, actually, it sounds like a lot of them, the reason they're still incarcerated is still stemming from Jan 6 issues. So even though it's not federal charges, they're state charges that they're saying they're pinning on them as a result of searching illegally, yada, yada, all that. So she'll explain all that. So are you ready for that? And I'll just mute myself because I got to deal with him and the dogs anyway.
That's what I'm going to do too. I'm going to mute myself.
And we'll just watch the chat, I guess, right?
Go ahead, and then we'll just take whatever questions or whatever afterwards, however you want to do it. So.
All right, ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, welcome in, everyone. We are here with Suzanne Monk to get the latest updates on our still detained J6ers and their status. So
that's great.
We will give just a minute or two for those to come, for a few to get in here, and then I'm going to allow Suzanne to start out the information. So if you missed the very beginning of this information, please go back, share this information out, because this is 100% accurate. Miss Suzanne is in direct communication with the White House. Everything she says to you today, you can take to the bank, you can share it out, and if anyone is telling you any different than the words you hear come from Suzanne today, I'm sorry to say they just do not have the accurate information. So Suzanne has been an absolute rock star, working behind the scenes that many don't know. As I said, she is in direct communication with the White House about every single one of our J6ers. And Suzanne, above every single person working on behalf of the J6ers, has been the absolute rock for each and every one of them. Suzanne, thank you so much for giving everyone an update today, and we are eager to hear what you have to say.
Well, I want to first off start thanking Laura Logan, who is actually the one who is in direct communication with the White House. I am lucky enough to be in direct communication with her, and she has been very, very helpful with making sure that we get real information from the community, from all of us that have pulled together. You know, we, the J6 community, we are able to get this research. We contact these families. We know much more, and we're making sure that information through Laura goes up the channels, and David Summerall and Laura Logan are going to be reviewing just exactly what I said, crossing all the T's and dotting all the I's and getting this into the hands of the vice president probably by morning. So we're very excited to keep those relationships going. And I want you guys to understand that the Trump administration is working hard on this, that there are lots of people working very hard on this. There are attorneys that are working very hard on this. And there are, of course, members of Congress. State Representative Josh Callaway has been working with Thomas Massey's office. They were literally working with him up till midnight, just on Friday, taking calls and engaging the situation. So, Eli Crane's office has made us availability to us all weekend as well. We have some very good people fighting the good fight. And I want everybody to have the same information so that we out here in the community can keep that public pressure up, to get the rest of these folks where they need to be, and free where they can be. We've got some situations, and I'm going to tell you each and every one, and so you guys can understand the situations and we can all be on the same page. So obviously, these are the 12 remaining J6 defendants: Jeremy Brown, Dominic Box, Andrew Grigsby, Jason Tasker, Theodore Middendorf, David Daniels, Daryl Neely, Daniel Ball, Taylor Toronto, Edward Kelly, Benjamin Martin, and Anthony Vo. And we have located each of these individuals, and we have determined the nature of their situation. All of these individuals in some way, with the exception of Anthony Vo, who is literally just in Canada, and he just needs to get sent back from Canada so he can get a pardon for those 4 little misdemeanors that he was going to have to do 9 months in jail for. So Anthony's going to get back from Canada. We're working on that. That is Anthony Vo's situation. But the rest of these folks, most of them have either a state charge that was federalized, was included. It was based on the J6 FBI raid in their house or some other component of their J6 case. A couple of these folks do have criminal activity from the past. They were on probation or parole for a previous completely unrelated charge. And those are some folks that J6 arrest has now been a parole violation. So we're going to go one by one so you know which is which and what their situations are and what we should be doing in the community to advocate for their liberty, or in some cases for their quick processing through those previous situations in their life that may be something we cannot address. And look, I is going to break my heart, but life, what we have been able to do is to remove J6. And for many people, that means freedom. For many people, that means justice. But for some people, it means you got to still fix the stuff that was wrong with your life before J6. And we're going to help those folks as well. So these are the list of where they are. And this is the facts as we understand them on each case. Jeremy Brown is currently being held in Grayson County, Kentucky. That is part of the diesel therapy network that the Department of Corrections uses with the U.S. Marshals Custodial Division. The U.S. Marshals Custodial Division is the guys who have custody and transportation of our January 6ers as well as federal inmates, and they are the ones operating this diesel therapy right now. The issue with Jeremy Brown is, of course, the state charges that are stemming from his whistleblower case. As we know, Jeremy Brown was approached by the FBI, and they wanted him to be a confidential human source on January 6th. He refused to do that, and he told the truth. And that has resulted in a series of state charges that are currently issuing that hold or that detainer for the state of Florida. Now, the state of Florida, I do not believe, asked for Jeremy Brown, but the U.S. Marshals are holding him nonetheless. What we do know is that his attorneys are working very hard on rectifying that situation. There's a few ways that it can get handled. Obviously, with state charges, that is a gubernatorial situation. It is, of my opinion, that Ron DeSantis could solve this with a phone call or two, although it may require a state pardon. That may be the situation. We have a lot of folks working on that, but we need to keep the pressure up on how important it is to get Jeremy Brown free. And the ideal situation for Jeremy is to get him out of Kentucky and into the state of Florida, where we have that state leverage, both within his case and actually all the way up to the governor. So as much as some of perhaps his legal representation do not want me to get in their way, I don't think it gets in their way to say, Ron DeSantis, if you can do anything to help Jeremy, please do. And certainly we are going to keep asking and supporting him and the rectification of his situation. But it is very rectifiable. It is very rectifiable. It is certainly something that can, and I think will get rectified in the next few days here as we go into the work week through Monday. So that is Jeremy's situation. Let's talk about Dominic Box. Dominic Box is also currently being held in Grayson County, Kentucky. The only reason Dominic Box is still held is because of a minor DUI charge with a little bit of property damage. The kid got a little too drunk, probably busted somebody's pants, okay? And he is required, because of that, to put an alcohol monitoring bracelet on his ankle. That is the sentence that is holding him right now. And actually, the U.S. Marshals could put that on. They need confirmation from the federal prosecutor there in Duval County, I believe it is, that is possible, that they are authorized to do that. I also believe that the president, through the attorney general or the acting attorney general, could order the U.S. Marshals to contact the federal prosecutor to get that authorization, because that's the real problem. They say, we need authorization. Nobody makes a phone call. Nobody tries to get it. They're just sitting there and waiting. And what the jailers have said in Grayson County is that all of these holds are 14-day holds. So worst comes to worst, these guys are out in 14 days, as long as the state doesn't pick them up. But what we'd like to do for Dominic is get him to Florida as quickly as possible, right? Because the U.S. Marshals are not making that connection. So they could have put it on him in D.C. and we were working to get that done. And then they moved him before we were able to get that done. So they're diesel therapying our dear friend Dominic. And we are working to either get that authorization to have that bracelet put on so he can be walking out the doors, or to get him to Florida where that would happen immediately. So look, if we can, one of the pressures we're putting is on the chains up and down the channel is to use leverage to get the U.S. Marshals, rather than putting him on a bus and going from place to place to place. He needs to be immediately extradited to Florida, where his situation can be rectified, because it's a minor situation, you guys. It is a minor situation. Hold on, we got to shoot the cat because he's going to mess up the tripod, y'all. So please continue to advocate for Dominic Fox. You know, the situation he was in, he just was a young kid who done the little dumb thing, and he's ready to take responsibility for that. And we just need to get him in the right place where he can get free and address that previous situation that I'm sure he is ready to put past him and learn from. And we're very proud of Dominic for what he's been able to do. I want to talk about the situation with Andrew Grigsby. Andrew Grigsby is at the North Point Training Center in Kentucky. And the reason that Andrew Grigsby is currently incarcerated is a parole violation. Back in 2019, he was charged with one count of a video of someone under the age of 18 in a sexual situation. So he watched a teenager one time on the internet do something sexually inappropriate. Now, I don't know about y'all, but if you watched a Disney film lately, you might see exactly the kind of thing that he watched on his phone. But that charge was not convictable for 4 years. For 4 years, they did nothing with that charge until magically the FBI came on January 6th. And with that investigation, Andrew complied immediately. The FBI guy left his card with his mom or his family member, and he called 7 times the next day, was desperately trying to get in touch with him so that he could provide information, that he could comply, so that he could cooperate with the FBI. He called him back, cooperated more with the FBI. The FBI dragged out his J6 case until 2025. But in that time, somehow magically, you guys, that 2019 charge that couldn't be convicted came back up. And he was convicted on that charge, and he received a 2-year sentence that he went into jail for March of 2024. He served the time that was required. He was eligible for parole on 7/1/2024, and sometime after that, he was paroled. So he served his time for looking at a picture of a teenager doing something inappropriate. He served his time, and then he went to J6, and he was involved with what we were all involved in. And now they are going to make him serve out the rest of that sentence. So that's Andrew Grigsby's situation. We are hoping and advising the president to address some of these parole violations issues. Sorry, the cat. Parole violations issues, and his is one of them. But what we do know is that Andrew Grigsby's a good kid. He looked at the wrong video. He looked at one wrong video. So for everybody who wants to talk about this person or that person, what they've done or what they didn't do, Andrew Grigsby is a good kid who did what many of you have already done. Many of you have done it. Many of you young men have looked at the wrong teenager the wrong way as they walk by. I've seen a little too much of those short shorts in the high school kids, okay? One time. So please, as you're making judgments on individuals, context is so important. Andrew Grigsby is a good kid who needs our help, and that's his situation. He is there in North Point Training Center in Kentucky serving that sentence, and that is the situation we're going to be working to rectify that as much as possible. Let's move on to Jason Tasker. Jason Tasker is currently held in Grayson County, Kentucky. We've done some research. It's been very difficult to find out the details of Jason Tasker. Josh Calloway there in Kentucky is in direct communications with the jailer, and they have been refusing to give information. They said, look, they all have a detainer, but we're not going to tell you where it's from. And so we've had to do this research on our own. It is our understanding at this point, and we are still finding out more information, that Jason's detainer is based on an Arizona previous charge well before January 6th of a DUI with injury that he was convicted on and was on parole for. He will be, the detainer is for the state of Arizona, and I'm assuming through, just like everyone else, through the chains of diesel therapy, they will eventually get him back to the state of Arizona to serve and address that parole violation. We are not aware of the details of that case. Okay, so I cannot tell you how long that he still has on that sentence. I cannot tell you when he's been paroled. It has been very difficult to find that information. We are gathering that as we speak. But certainly these are the kind of things that the feds used. They used individuals. They targeted in the lawfare. If they can find you and catch you in the lawfare, and you were somebody in this category who might have that other charge, they used that against you. They used that to leverage your case. And they promised you things you didn't get. And so that's the situation with Jason Tasker. And we are certainly working to address that, and hopefully address that with the state of Arizona to move that forward. David Daniels, currently held in Pike County, Kentucky. Similar to Jason Tasker, he has a mystery detainer that has been very difficult to understand. We are continuing to research that situation. And what we are to understand is that he was arrested in North Carolina. So we are looking for the situation in North Carolina that would be the cause of that detainer. We have not yet determined that. But what we do know is Daniel was pressured into a plea deal, as many other J6ers were, likely with the FBI using the potential state charges as part of the pressure. So Daniel was awaiting sentencing for J6 when the president was sworn in, and he was arrested on 2023 and has been in pretrial custody since 10/22/2024. So he has served a few months on January 6th. And certainly we are trying to find out what that detainer is for. But I have talked with his family, and I have talked with individuals close to him. I'm sorry, I've talked to Daniel Bald's family. And we're certainly gathering as much information as we can. But it is a similar situation, which is likely either a parole violation or some similar detainer, and we are finding out more as we speak. The deep state is really doing a good job to try to hide and obfuscate and prevent you guys from getting real information. That's why we need to be very careful to not spread rumors and to speak only facts and only what is known. Let's talk about Taylor Toronto. Taylor Toronto is currently held here in DC in the DC Detention Center. He is held due to a unlawful firearm possession in DC that was part of his J6 arrest. He was arrested here in DC for January 6th. His vehicle was searched, and he had 2 locked firearms in that vehicle, which are unlawful in the District of Columbia. Additionally, he was, as we podcasters do, out doing live streaming, and he live streamed in the Obama's neighborhood some sarcastic comments that were taken as a false bomb threat by the FBI. That was part of his case. That was part of his J6 a weaponized attack against him, but those hold DC charges. And so DC is the problem here. Now we have Ed Martin, who is the new U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia, and I know people are in direct communication with him, working to get these particular DC situations taken care of, and that is certainly what Taylor's situation is. So we are working to expand, or at least clarify, the scope of his pardon so that it appropriately and lawfully, as it should, cover these related charges that related to the search of J6. So that is what's going on with Taylor, and you have good confidence that there is a resolution there, as well as with Daryl Neely. Daryl Neely, who is also here in DC, in the DC detention center. Daryl is a DC resident. He's one of me. Okay. And a thorough review of his case, and we dug through and I read all of the court docket. It appears that the only warrant he has for DC was a failure to appear for a J6 case hearing. Well, then he may not have even been made aware of, as his attorney mentioned to me. So that's the only thing we can find on Daryl Neely is a DC warrant for failure to appear to a J6 case, which has already been pardoned. And that's why let's say it like it is. That's why that black man sits in jail today. So Muriel Bowser needs to stop putting a black man in jail for a warrant, to be fair, that has already served its purpose. If he had failure to appear, and he did, and he was then taken into custody and put into custody, which is where he is today, based on that warrant, there's no reason to have that warrant hanging over his head. It has completed its job. So that is a situation with Daryl Neely, and again, it is a situation that the U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia, Ed Martin, certainly is that person who can resolve that, of course, as well as the AG and other issues. But we certainly, that line of command and who is the person who can fix it, this is what we've been preparing. This is what the dossier is for. And Laura Logan will be going through this, using this information to advise the Vice President this week. Let's talk about Benjamin Martin. Benjamin Martin is currently held in the Central Valley Modified Community Correctional Facility in California. He was pardoned on 1/20/25 by President Trump, but he was forced to self-report to the Central Valley on 1/22/25 on charges that stemmed from Ben Martin to his domestic partner and her father and the guns in that. And Benjamin Martin. Now, for everyone else,
Are we buffering, you guys? We should be.
It got a little hairy here for a second, but it actually seems to be better on the stream.
We're buffering. Some adjusting here. Is that any better, you guys? We should be. The numbers are perfect. All right. Please continue, honey.
Yeah. So it's very interesting with Benjamin Martin's case. The release orders say that anyone who is in jail to be currently released. And so they have parsed that to mean because he was not in jail at the time, the pardon does not apply to those other charges, which they have applied to everyone else who is either in or already out. So there's a little stupid loophole that they are basically screwing Benjamin Martin on. But we feel very confident, not only because the nature of the separate case is directly and intimately linked with January 6th. It has the exact same, in fact, it is the same search and all of those draconian and unlawful practices by the FBI. And while it may require the president just expanding the language a little bit or issuing a separate pardon for that other federal case. But Ben Martin has 2 federal cases, and that's why he is where he's at. And we feel very confident that that can be resolved very quickly as well. So I talked to Ben today, and he is very confident, and we are certainly working on that. And that is his situation. He is kind of getting screwed in a very good, deep way. But his example, what we have learned from his situation, we have been able to apply to others, and we are keeping people out of jail because of what Ben Martin has experienced, and he's very proud to be that guy. So please keep Ben in your prayers, and we certainly look forward to his release very shortly as that detail gets rectified. So Daniel Ball is a similar situation. He is currently being held in the DC Detention Center. The issue, Daniel's release is an unlawful possession of a firearm in the state of Florida as the result of his J6 search, just like many of these other cases. The firearm in question was a 22 long gun, and some random assorted mixed ammo that were not owned by Daniel, but were his brother's. This is a common phenomenon in our J6 cases. When they searched and they found firearms for any reason that were, they found unlawful, or the individual was not allowed to possess them. Maybe you had a ticket or something that would make that unlawful for you. Maybe you had, underage. That might be a reason that might be unlawful for you. And we have a corrupt law in this country, as we'll discuss later, that makes it an excessive crime. If you happen to have a little weed on you and you have a gun to protect yourself, that is a much more serious crime. It amplifies both of those alleged crimes. And frankly, as far as I can tell, the Constitution, neither of those should actually be crimes. So this is how our law is corrupted and how it's being used with certain situations. But in Daniel's case, these weapons were not his. They were directly, the charges were directly related and are federalized into his case. And just like many others, that is in the state of Florida. And so he is being held on a warrant for those charges, but Florida has not issued that. So again, that is something that the state of Florida can rectify by stating that they have no interest to follow or pursue those charges, and thus the detainer is not needed or wanted. And so that is being worked on as we speak. I feel pretty strongly. I feel very confident that Daniel's situation is one that will be rectified in short order as well. So there's a few other hard cases, and I want to make sure I've got all the easier cases before I move on to what are certainly a few difficult cases. So we've talked about Jeremy Brown, Dominic Box, Andrew Grigsby, Jason Tasker, David Daniels, Gerald Neely, Daniel Ball, Taylor Toronto, Benjamin Martin, and Anthony Revo. So let's talk about the two difficult cases. Edward Kelly. Edward Kelly is the gentleman he's the only guy in J6 that was trapped, that was literally entrapped by the FBI twice. He was entrapped by the FBI twice. First for his J6 case, which they tormented him as they tormented all of us. But then they used another J6 defendant as a confidential human source to entrap Edward Kelly into conversations, angry conversations about what was happening to him, about the FBI, what they were doing to him. And he said a few spicy things that they were able to spin into a bomb threat and into an attack, a plan to attack the FBI. All of that was led by the other J6 defendant who became a confidential human source for the FBI in this case. They entrapped Edward Kelly twice. That defendant testified that Edward Kelly had made all these plans, all of this dangerous thing, and then they took video and audio evidence and cut it up and took little snippets of it, just like they did in all of our J6 cases, to say that he was threatening to kill people and kill FBI agents and blow stuff up. So Edward Kelly sits in Blount County, Tennessee, awaiting the sentencing on those charges. And he is looking at life. He is looking at life because the FBI broke him and then entrapped him in that broken, angry mental state to say some angry things, which I know each and every one of you has all said in the privacy of our own homes. We've all said very angry things at this horrible weaponized government. So what Edward Kelly did was something that each and every one of us could have done. And if we had the wrong CHS, if we had the wrong corrupt FBI agent trying to entrap us, you or I or any one of us could be Edward Kelly right now, facing life for saying some angry words. So we're going to work really hard. It is a separate case. And it is my assertion that the president will need to pardon that case specifically as well. And that is what we are advising the president to do. It is a very difficult situation for Mr. Kelly. And I am so sorry for what the government has done to him. He is the only J6er, repeat this a million times, he is the only J6er who got entrapped by the FBI and CHSs and their corrupt ways twice. We got to get him out. All right. Now I'm going to deal with the most difficult situation. And I need you guys to understand, because I know we hear a lot of rumors and we hear a lot of talk, and I'm going to give you only straight information so that we stop saying dumb things. Let's talk about the case of Theodore Mittendorf. Okay. Theodore Mittendorf is 39. I believe he is 39 years old right now. 39 to 36. Okay. There is almost nothing other than his J6 case that you can find out about Theodore Mittendorf. In fact, I'm going to have to reach out to his attorneys to find out about his past. The only thing I can tell you about his past is that he is currently a lifetime required reporter for the Illinois Sexual Offenders Registry. And that is related to, I'm assuming it's him, because I can't even verify it's the same Theodore Mittendorf, although how many Theodore Mittendorfs can there be? I don't know, but maybe there's more than one. because I can't find the date of the arrest on this charge. I can't find the date of conviction on this charge. I can't find the date when he was first required to be on the sex offender registry. I don't know anything else about this case. You know who else doesn't know anything about? Grok, Google AI. None of the robots know. The entire internet has been scrubbed as to why this man is on the sex offender registry list. But what we can find out is it is related to a sex crime with a 7-year-old child. Now, that could have been that. Until I can see the case, I don't know that that was not a false charge. I do not know that that was a true charge. I do not know what his conviction was. I know he was on parole at the time. So how bad could the conviction be if he's walking out? Maybe we have a very bad system that lets people out too much for free. But maybe we don't understand about that case. But the government has scrubbed it. And it is my concern that that individual has been used by the FBI, as they do in many, many cases, where they take individuals who have criminal history, criminal past, crimes hanging over their head, and they use them as weapons. They use them as CHSs and provocateurs. We know they do this. They do this over and over. The federal government is this a very common standard operating procedure. So what I have said to the president, and what I think we all need to do, is ask for more answers. Why can't we find out anything about Theodore Mittendorf? Why has the FBI hidden his history? If he is who that sex registry says, we should know his history to keep us safe. But the FBI is hiding that. And if that history is false, if that charge was falsely represented, and let me tell you something, it is entirely possible that that charge could be false. And I'm going to tell you a personal story about me that is very personal so you guys can understand. Okay? When I was in first grade, my father, by my very angry and very jealous and very bitter grandmother, was falsely accused of sexually abusing my sister. Yes, because of that incident, my sister, my brother, and I spent a year in a foster home. We spent a year away from our parents. I was kidnapped by Child Family Services, who showed up at school with a badge and took me to a safe house where I did not see my parents for 3 months. Yeah, for a false accusation. So until we have facts, I cannot know if it is false or true. I can not know what that case is, but I do know that sometimes people lie, and sometimes what we think we don't know. So for all of you guys who are out there screaming about this, that, and the other thing, about these defendants, and frankly about Theodore Mittendorf as well, let's find out more, because we don't know. My answer when you say what is going on with Theodore Mittendorf is he is in the state of Illinois. He is currently held in Grayson County, Kentucky. His warrant is for Illinois. He will be returned to the state of Illinois to serve out whatever sentence he was on parole for. And frankly, maybe we'll find out what it is. It appears to be related to this child sex crime. From when? Don't know. From where? Don't know. What was the situation? Don't know. Nobody knows, because the government is hiding this information from us. So those are the facts. Those are the facts, are each of the ones who are currently incarcerated. We have a few other individuals who are facing similar situations, gun charges that were in that J6 search, unlawful gun charges. We are working to make sure their situations are rectified before they become a problem. But it is so important. It is so important, you guys, that we understand that we speak truth and facts. And you know me, I have worked very hard to get to that number 0. And it is a very sad day that I am coming to find that there are some of these folks that may have had problems in their life before that they need to go back and fix. And we may need to be in these folks' lives and be that support structure while they are serving the time for those previous problems, while those get fixed. We may not be able to get them free. So we're going to work on each and every one we can. And we're going to help the folks who just have to go fix what was already broken. We're going to help them get that too, because J6 needs to be an opportunity. It needs to be an opportunity for everyone who is weaponized by the federal government to change their life, to turn that around, to make a difference. And for anybody who thinks, I will leave it on this, for anybody who thinks that a man or a woman can't change their life no matter what they have done, any Christian who says they don't think a man or a woman can change their life, well, let me tell you something. You know about our Lord Jesus Christ because of a murderer named Saul who changed his life and became Paul. So go back to your Bible and go back to on your knees and let's pray for these men. Let's pray for our country. And we are getting this information out to you and up the channels. And we are very happy to see all the work all of the attorneys and everyone is doing to secure the release of as many of these individuals as we can, and for the rest of them to help them get that back, get their life, get that problem in their life resolved so that they too can move on. And that's our goal. That's all I got for you guys.
Now, Suzanne, do you currently have any information on Miss Tina Peters?
I have not been looking at her case since we've been having these hostages, but certainly that is a situation that, because it is a state issue, a state charge, there are some complications. But what we're learning a lot. We're learning a lot about that relationship between the federal charges and the state charges, and how we use federal leverage for those state charges, and how we use state leverage in conjunction with that. So I'm getting very confident that what not only we in the community and we the American people, but even the Trump administration is learning in the process of addressing these particular issues, this conflagration with state and federal. I think they're going to learn some stuff that might help them very much to get Tina Peters out. So this is the kind of learning, just like we said with Ben Martin, you know, what his experience has taught us here in the advocacy community on what to do to make sure that you don't have to resurrender for those other charges. And other folks are now safely on this side of the bars because of what we learned from Ben. In the same way, we can learn a lot about how to deal with that state and federal divide. And I think that will be very instrumental in getting Tina Peters the justice she deserves.
Well, thank you very much, Suzanne. And, you know, I want to let you guys know, Suzanne doesn't get the credit she deserves. She has been working tirelessly behind the scenes, and from sun up to sundown through the middle of the night, it doesn't matter. Suzanne has been the absolute pillar in bringing all of this together, to bringing the powers that be together, to being able to directly communicate with the White House and the representatives. You guys, you can 100% believe everything Suzanne is telling you. Suzanne is the person that will not lie to you. She has the information. She is working with those in the White House. Suzanne, thank you so much for
Let me give some shout outs
clarifying.
to the people I'm working with.
Yes,
I want to
please
give a
do.
shout out to Laura Logan. I want to give a shout out to David Summerall, who are working directly. I want to give a shout out to Ryan Zink, who was up till about 2 a.m. last night doing the research with me. They have been a great team. I want to give a shout out to Daniel Goodwin, who has been instrumental in gathering this information. We are a strong group of people who know how to research, how to find out, and how to get that information where they need to be. So it is not just me. It is Suzanne and David and Laura Logan and Ryan Zink and Daniel Goodwin and so many other people, Jen Baker, Tamara Perryman, so many other people in the community. Even Sherry, I've reached out for information. We reached together. We pulled that information together. So thank you for the support. Thank you for the accolades. But please remember to thank all of the people that are helping me. And you know what? Laura Logan has been utterly instrumental. I don't get to talk to the president. I don't get to talk to the vice president, but she does, and she does so on our behalf. And she has made her time so available to us in the J6 community. And we can just not be more grateful for what she's doing, what she's done, and continues to do every single day in this fight. So we have a great team, and God is good all the time. Let me thank the big guy, because he's the one who's really making it all possible. He's the one who has brought us all together. And he is the one who gives us, he puts information in our hands and right in front of our faces so that we have it. And this has been a mission from God, and God is so good to continue to give us the opportunity. So,
and Suzanne, do you have a donation link that we can share?
No, what I'm going to say is I want you to support the other organizations that are doing this work. I want you to support J6 Road Home. I want you to support American Gulag Chronicles. They put out so much funds and effort for the release, watch and reception that we did. I want you to support APR. I want you to support that hotline, that J6 hotline that American Patriot Relief sponsors is going to be so critical going forward. Patriot Action Pack. I want you to support Sapphire Patriot, and of course everything that we're doing and she's doing to keep getting you the information. Patriot Action Pack and Suzanne Monk don't need your donations. We don't need your money. We need you to support these organizations that are providing the good information, providing the ongoing support, and are going to continue that healing going forward. So support those groups, support for Ashley as well. I know Mickey will continue to be a strong voice, and frankly, she's the one. The Freedom Corner is the one still out on the corner, still holding court, still holding it down for our 3 J6ers who are still not home in that facility. So they have been a rock through all of this. Please support these organizations. And Suzanne Monk will just take her hugs and high fives.
Amen. Thank you so much, Suzanne. Well, there you have it, you guys. This has been the latest and 100% accurate information on the J6ers currently detained, their location, and their status. We thank you so much for being here. Share this video out as far and wide as you possibly can, because this is the correct information. God bless you all. Continue to pray for our J6ers, all of those working so hard behind the scenes. We will not leave a man behind. God bless you all. Thank you for being here.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. And there you have it.
Now, how do I just stop sharing, right?
Yep.
Oh man, we back. We in big boxes now. Only thing that Sherry asked, she said, she's like, just don't take my watermark off there. I was like, I would never do that, Sherry.
Oh yeah, no. Well, yeah, oh yeah, 'cause we're not recording it, but we are because it's automatically recorded. So, Rumble comments over there. God bless you guys. 360 Lady A. And thank you guys for dropping those links, because, you know, I've been talking to Sherry on and off about donations and all that type of stuff. And what she told me was American Patriot Relief. This boy is going to give me a heart attack. Hold on. Please sit down. My heavens to Betsy. Was definitely one that we could focus on. And then also, Greg Purdy will be working on something, but they got to get that all developed and get a GiveSendGo link or whatever they're going to do for that. And we'll just get that up there as we can. For Ashley, guys, if you want to know, if you go to forashley.com and you go to those, like the little menu button, they have a J6 roll call. Okay. And as far as I know, every single person involved with J6 that I guess has come to light is on that page. So, and you can see their release date and all that. They also have the current people that are incarcerated. So I'll be right back. But yeah.
Who's yelling? Well,
he keeps her hopping for sure.
Oh yeah, no doubt. No doubt about it. Hey, do you want to
Yellow.
Maybe we could end this by remembering the ones that lost their lives on January 6th and the ones that has committed suicide on January 6th? Or
right, and I have those names,
January
guys. If somebody, hold on, let me get them, because I did that this morning. And that's where I got that from too, was that site, that there was one correction. So the people that lost their lives on January 6, 2021 is Ashley Babbitt, Roseanne Boyland, Kevin Greason, Benjamin Phillips, and then on the second day, January 7th, Officer Brian Sicknick. Okay. So those are all the people that have lost their lives directly affected from Jan 6th, and then the next day, Jan 7th. The people from suicide, lives lost to suicide, is Christopher Georgia, Matthew Perna, Mark Unks, Jord Meacham, and it's not George, it's Jord, guys. David Hummel. Okay. And then there was one gentleman named Jay Bucarero. He died of cancer from a lack of treatment while he was inside, meaning he didn't die incarcerated, but he died because he did not get the treatment he needed in treatment. Once he was released, then he passed away. I don't know how soon after, but those are the names that we have lost during this entire process. And there are still 12 currently, as she went over each and every one of them, incarcerated or political hostages, whatever you want to call them. There's a bunch of different, people are using different names. So another thing to keep in mind is a lot of times these guys are getting moved around a lot, so they don't have access to phone calls, tablets, internet, commissary, all of that. So when you
during the diesel therapy, correct? So if you're getting moved from facility to facility, you won't have time to get your commissary, you know what I mean, or whatever you got. And what they have, even if you did get your commissary, you have to leave that there to move to your next spot. You cannot take that with you. So giving them commissary right now while they're undergoing the diesel therapy is really not going to be possible.
Right. So there's a lot of people asking. I just want to let you know I did jump through a bunch of hoops to figure out what the best way to help them was. And right now they're strongly recommending that you don't, because they're getting put all over the place. That came from Sherry directly. As much as we want to help them, and I think they know we want to help them, and we will help them. Also keep in mind that Daryl Neely has court tomorrow. I do not know what time that case is. I forgot to ask Sherry before we went live. And hopefully he will have time served, even though he shouldn't even still be in jail. So I don't know
also,
if that's or what.
Also, in the ones that have passed away due to this situation, the mamas has had miscarriages over it.
Wow. Yeah, I would love to compile a list. Dee and I watched a TikTok of a gentleman and his son that lived in Colorado, and they both were at J6, and they came for him and his son was supposed to turn himself in, decided to go for one last motorcycle ride, and I guess he was he died in that motorcycle accident. Not that he killed himself, he didn't imply that at all, but his head could have been busy or junked up, and he just, I don't know the way
he just
the dad shared that
by a truck or something. I don't know exactly.
The
details of it.
I think that's what he said, actually. Now that I think about it, he said he got hit by a truck. Yeah. You're right. So Jerry Hood, I know no man will be left behind. Neely is high on the list with people knowing about his release and his court. I know several people that want to be there for him. I think Sonell said he was going to try to go down there as soon as we get word, and I will confirm with Sherry when his court hearing is, what time. Because if he's released then, I mean, hey, that would be fantastic, right? But Sherry and them live very close. That's all I'm going to say. They don't live far from there at all. I'm 30 minutes. If I have to put the child in the van and go pick somebody up or bring them food or clothes, we're going to do it.
In the van?
I assured Aruba Dive Girl that it would definitely happen.
Did you say the van? You said the van.
That's
what
she said.
You said
What'd I
put
say?
the child in the van.
Did I really?
I didn't even know we had a van.
That's her secret vehicle.
Yeah. It identifies as a van sometimes, huh?
Right.
Here,
so that's the word, guys. That's the word.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that is blue, but we color it on our paper. Hold on.
All we could do, y'all, for right now is keep each one of those names in your prayers, in your thoughts. You know what I mean? Prayer works, as we've seen. Like, how many of them's been released so far that was never going to get released? You know what I mean? Like, prayers work, y'all. And that's what I have to say about that part of it, right? You know, so just keep them in your prayers. And whatever we get, whatever other info we get, obviously we will go live again and give that info to you guys, because I know you guys are totally invested and have been invested through the whole thing from from the corner to wherever. You know what I mean?
No,
It's been, or
Here, you
if
want a
you've been
different color?
like
Sit down,
pen pals
please.
or whatever with some of the J6ers. I know you guys are absolutely invested and you want updates. So we will bring you those updates as we get them for sure.
Okay, so a couple of questions that I've noticed. Sorry guys, I keep thinking my mic is muted, and trying to keep the noise down to a minimum. He's coloring now. We were playing with Play-Doh for all those that were curious what we were doing. Crying in the Dark made a comment. Hippie, I'm hearing David Daniel was released. Are you hearing this? I have not heard that. My understanding is he's in Pike County. That was as of yesterday when I looked. And I know that we just showed a live from Sherry that was around 12 o'clock. I would be surprised if they released anybody on a Sunday. But the last they heard, and that came from Suzanne Monk, that he had not been released. She covered him in that live stream. If somebody can drop that link again, I just want to make sure we give them the full credit that they deserve. And Jerry, I can't thank you enough for joining us and walking us through this whole new process. I'm like so honored because I kept telling him I have no idea what we're doing.
I was like, as soon as it goes live and I see Jerry's name, I'm gonna be like, Jerry, you're gonna have to hit the link because we don't know what.
That's what I said to Wyoming. I'm like, I wasn't ready for this. I had just got done cooking and sit down here with my plate of food. I said, and Big D started calling me out. I'm like, what?
Oh my God! I messed up your dinner.
That's why I shut my camera off so I could eat.
Oh, I see. I was like, oh no, I didn't want to mess up your dinner. But look at that.
That's
sunset,
fine. I
y'all.
ate. It's all good.
Look at that sun and the clouds up there. It's
Okay.
Beautiful.
pretty nice over here.
So
right now.
can I share you guys something real quick? Hold on.
No.
I don't want to hear. I want to hear. We just listen. We don't judge. Okay. Hey, Legend.
What's in his mouth?
Oh, it's his paint, Dad. It's his paint. His tempura paint or however you call it.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Another comment, Kimberly. I know you've been in the chats a lot. Kimberly she's the one that asks a lot about the commissary and stuff. When I talked to Sherry this morning about it via text, not on phone, just want to clarify that. She said it would be a really bad idea to try to add any money to the books for anybody right now because they keep moving them around, or there's a chance they can keep moving them around. Because I believe those 4 are supposed to be transferred to Florida. They may never get that money. And then they have to release that money. It's not theirs anymore, I guess, when they leave the jail. That's how it was described to me. But I know that if they need anything and they are able to help, they are doing it. That's how it was kind of described to me. So I know that you guys want to help, and I appreciate the love and the interest in that. You guys are so amazing. Kimberly, I know you've been, and I wanted to get that question answered. I know there's a couple of more people that had questions about like different people. If you go to forashley.com, there is on the menu option, there's like that 3 little lines or whatever. You click on that. You will go to roll call. You will see everybody there. It's a long list, you guys. Hold on. Okay, we're not doing that. You're going to get down, sir. I said you have to sit in the chair. Do you want a different color? Do you like red?
Keeping her on the move, y'all. Hey, by the way, the paint is
non-toxic.
Non-toxic.
Kid friendly, yes. Kid friendly. So there's
J6 Road Home. Yes, Kentucky. Somebody did. I think Sherry said that. And I think they dropped it in here somewhere when we shut this video out, guys, we will put all the links for the donation sites, forashley.com's website. There's a roll call on there. And on that roll call, you will see actually there's way more Jan 6ers that have been released. I want you guys to understand that. Okay. I think 200 out of 252 releases or pardons, 12 are still incarcerated. However, there's about 80 to 100-ish more that are being individually reviewed. So when you see that list, it's like 300 or 400 and some people. I just want to make sure everybody understands that when they look at that.
And also, guys, if somebody, one of the mods, Wyoming girl, somebody can drop Jerry's link in our chat She came in here to help us. She goes live every night, just about, guys,
Thank you.
and holds a panel. And it's just chill out. You know what I mean? Relax, talk about the day, and all of that. So if somebody could drop her link in the chat,
You're a
that would be
turkey. No.
amazing. You guys go follow Miss Jerry. She's right here on the screen with us. She's a beautiful patriot. So
We got to get down. You're
I'm not sure where this is going to go. I saw a post on, I think it was the Justice for J6 group on Facebook. There is a girl named Jenny, I'll probably butcher her last name, Heinel, was asking for somebody to possibly do a video. She wants a video to reach out and let everybody know how she was treated, evidently. And I know that they tagged Crystal in it, but I know Crystal's like down south. And when I asked, I was told they thought she may be in Pennsylvania. And I thought if I was close enough, I could go do it for her. But like I said, I did message her.
We could even put her on the live stream.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because she said she wants a video that she can put out on all the different platforms. And I thought, well, if I live stream, I can stream it to different platforms.
Right.
Plus, it'll be like because I do mine on StreamYard, and it would be saved in my library that I could download it and send it to her.
Right. There you go.
So, like I said, I did reach out to her, and I haven't heard back from her yet. But I think from what I was looking at, she may be associated with a group or something in Pennsylvania, like up around Pittsburgh, but I'm not sure. And that's 2 hours away, so that wouldn't be a problem for me to go up and do that for her.
Oh no,
that would be so cool.
That would be cool. Jules 1999. Sorry, not to cut anybody off. It's all normal for Legend. However, it makes difficult for any mom with a child at this age to do anything. Yes. One foot out, one foot over here, one arm over here. But yeah, you guys are amazing, and we really appreciate you. And we're so thankful to have Suzanne Monk, Laura Logan. I think tonight too is that Sing for Freedom hashtag thing that I was reading about yesterday, and I think it's on my Facebook and our YouTubes. Kentucky, God bless you. We love you.
That's right.
So you're supposed to record yourself doing the national anthem at 9 p.m. Eastern time. And then post it on Facebook, X, whatever social media handles you have, and tag those people in it.
Like
Trump, sorry. On a side note, Wyoming, I totally can relate to that comment. She said, JC's in a tizzy because I peeled his banana. It's the weirdest things. Legend will want something, and I give it to him, and his whole world is destroyed because apparently I was supposed to know that he didn't want it that way.
If we do a panel in mine tonight at 9 o'clock, whoever's on my panel, remind me, and we will do it on panel.
Yeah, hashtag Sing for Freedom, and then we want to Donald J. Trump. Oh my gosh, where's my paper? Hold on.
If you have it wrote down, if you want to message that to me, I can hashtag him in it when we do it.
That'll work. And whoever sent that other $5 super sticker, thank you so much. And the $50 super sticker. You guys are absolutely amazing.
Okay. It's Donald J. Trump, Elon Musk, Pete Hegseth, and Pam Bondi.
Got that, Wyoming?
So if you want to just take a picture of that and send it to Jerry.
I'll send it to Jerry for sure, but let me I don't know if it's going to show really well, guys.
You got to put yourself on the big screen. Put yourself in solo mode.
Solo mode.
Okay. There you go.
Hold on, it's got to focus. And Pam, you don't want to see my dirty fingers. Pam Bondi. So, Yeah, so we'll do that. Uh-oh. Hold on. What did I do? Oh,
man.
how do I fix
Do
it?
that. I don't know.
It's not. Oh, wait.
Hit the smaller squares.
That's the only squares I see, and it says it's clicked on it. So hold on.
There you
Oh,
go.
there we go.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah,
It's
it
the
takes
bigger
a
one.
StreamYard.
I was in DC in the jail Tuesday. What an experience. In DC at the jail. Oh, were you, Brad? Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and mute and handle some business over here.
Hey, I think we're about done. We could just end it if you
Okay.
would like. And then whoever is just joining us after the stream's over, or you can go to Sapphire Patriot here on YouTube and watch the same video that we watched.
How this works. You're done. You're done. Nope, we're not taking the crayon. No, sir. Sorry.
She didn't mute herself, guys.
If you want the crayon, you have to be up here. Well, it's not a crayon, but it's a paint marker. Same difference. I love you. Do you want to watch some TV, or do you want to play with blocks? That's why I said I had to go, because he was fading fast.
Yeah, let's go ahead and end.
Okay.
We love you all. Ain't nothing you guys could do about it.
That's right.
Everybody stay nutty. Don't do nothing we wouldn't do, so your options are open, right? Just about. And like I said, if you want to watch the video that we just watched about the updates, you can either go back on this live stream after we end, or you can go to Sapphire Patriot here on YouTube, and it is her last live stream that she did. Go in there and show her some love, guys. She's done so much, guys. She's done so much for the J6 community. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and end this. Hippie, you'll have to end it on your end, and don't forget to end Rumble. So, but anyways, God bless you guys. We love you all.
There's a comment real quick. I just want to, Brad, it's not that we don't see you. I see your comment. We would obviously have to preview your footage prior to putting it on here. But that's something you can get in contact with me or Dee about. If one of the mods want to drop an email or whatever, that would be great. Or my Facebook. I just didn't want him to think he's being ignored. So anyway, God bless each and every one of you. I'll let them go ahead and maybe drop that link if somebody. I could do it myself. I keep forgetting. Hold on.
I'm dropping out right now. Love you guys.
Anytime you need help, I'm here.
Okay.
Thank you.
We love you. Thank you so much.
Love y'all.
Love y'all.
Oh shoot, that's gonna end the stream. I could end the stream from my side. I think.
Hold on, Adrian Shade on Facebook. Well, it's Facebook today. All right, and we're out, folks.
All right, hit the end button on your side and see what it does.
Okay, God bless each and every one of you. Stay nutty.
This is a Big D and Hippie Road show, and we're over and out.
Oh, I hit end.